Welcome, Adam Levine.
Hey.
What's up?
Do you like your mix?
I love it.
Yeah.
Look at this little charm over there. That's pretty sweet. Got me all dialed in with this mic.
We love that you're here, Adam, and congrats on Priceless. What a great song.
I'm glad you like it.
I'm hearing it all the time, everywhere.
Yeah, people seem to like it. It makes me very happy.
Yeah.
I'm relieved, you know?
Your music makes a lot of people happy. Before we talk about Priceless and your music and the iHeartRadio Music Fest and your tour coming up and your album, we have found a listener who's a huge fan of yours. Her name's Dawn Williams. She's in Houston, Texas, and you've helped her in more ways you could even imagine. She left you a message.
Adam, this is Dawn. I'm from Houston, Texas. I love you. You have gotten me through all my treatments for breast cancer. I'm still fighting strong, but we do date night on The Voice on Mondays and Tuesdays, and I love you. Thank you for getting me through all my treatments. And I can't wait for you to come back to Houston so I can see you.
Oh, Dawn.
How sweet is that? Do you I know you're always so busy. Do you ever stop to think, wow, there are people going through all kinds of stuff and your music gets them through?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's funny because that has to be the best thing about it, right?
Yeah.
We do it and it's kind of selfish when you're doing it because you're doing it for yourself, I think, in the beginning. And then it turns into a thing that can be out into the world that can help somebody like Dawn or be inspirational to anyone at all is kind of the whole point. And it's beautiful when you hear that because you're like, wow. Because it's a lot of the things you do in your life and music and work or whatever it might be can sometimes just be work.
Yeah.
But then you think about instances like that and you're like, wow, this is just kind of mind blowing that its potential to have an effect on someone or impact. It's pretty amazing.
So true.
Pretty amazing.
We all remember where we are the first time we hear our favorite Maroon 5 song, or they're like moments in time when you put music out into the world. And I love what you said. You're so humble about it that you put a lot of songs out into the world. Yeah. And you may think that this is great, but then you just wait to see what does the universe say.
Yeah, it's kind of not up to me, right? Like I feel like I can have really high expectations or high hopes for music, and I've always loved having songs that can reach people, right?
Yeah.
So, and they don't always reach people, you know, they don't. And so I have to accept the fact that not everything will always reach everybody, but when they do reach people and they do inspire people, and then you get messages like that, you're like, okay, well that's what it's all about.
Yeah. That's what it's all about. I was driving over Mulholland. The sun was out. It was the year that This Love came out. My sunroof is open. My windows are down. And This Love was just blasting on my radio. It just sounded so good. I'll never forget that moment.
And to this day, every time we play it, Adam, she says still, all those years later, she still tells the story. The first time I heard it, cresting over Mulholland.
Yeah, because it's like
you
one
remember
of those things that's just in your brain.
Yeah.
Well, what's really funny about that is I love hearing that because I remember when I was 21 and we were mixing the album, and This Love we just kept not getting right. And so we finally went to this guy, Mark Endert, who's a really amazing producer. And he put this mix together, and God bless him, honestly. Thank God he did what he did, and thank God it worked, and thank God it came out. And he wound up being right. But I remember when we heard the mix, we had been so, when you're so inside of something that you start to hate it.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I sat with the band and we listened to the mix, and I said I had the very opposite reaction that you had listening to it that one day in the car, and I was just like, well, guys, we blew it. We blew it. This is it. We're done. This will never work. This mix sounds like it ain't happening, man. Sorry, guys. Maybe another one will work out.
You really needed to get out of the studio.
Clearly, I shouldn't have been in A&R at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm glad. Thank God.
Yeah.
And thank God I was wrong. Oh man.
Yeah, thank God you were wrong.
Woo.
We love it.
Yeah.
All right, you are LA's son, Adam Levine of LA. And so there's a rumor that you may or may not be involved in the Olympics opening ceremony.
Oh wow, I haven't heard about that. I haven't heard. That's news to me.
Okay, all right.
And that's not just poker face.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when the Olympics were here in 1984.
Yeah.
I was 5.
Oh my God.
Which makes me young or old, depending who you're asking. But I remember my dad took me, and I remember very vaguely. I don't have much memory of it, but he took me in and put me up on his shoulders, and I watched the runners run in. And
Oh,
saw all the cool stuff that was happening. So yeah, this is like what, a million years later, and I would love to be part of it.
What
so,
a cool memory. That would be such a
awesome.
full circle moment. Oh my God, because like wouldn't 5-year-old Adam Levine doesn't even know he's going to be Adam Levine.
Right.
I mean, I was technically I was Adam Levine back then.
All right, we are obsessed with Priceless. Love it. How did you connect with Lisa?
You know, it's funny. Priceless was this great song, and it you know, as much as I liked it at the time, I didn't. It was the first
no,
song.
not another one of those.
Right?
No. This
Okay.
isn't bad.
All right.
I'm very critical of myself, as you can see.
I can tell.
But I want everything to be as good as it can be. And I remember I loved the song, but it didn't have that extra. It was almost like it didn't have another literal voice in it that could kind of give some counterpart to the song. It was just a sweet, fun song, but it needed like another thing. It needed like there to be some sort of communication between like, I don't know, different thoughts and ideas. What the song felt like needed something. And I got, I don't know, she just kind of made sense, and her voice and the way she used it on the song and the things she came up with were just very kind of brought the song to it.
Yeah.
Collaborations are always only really good unless they're not great, truly great if they feel tacked on. And this really, like, she kind of helped finish the song.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah.
so I always prefer it to be like that, where someone like adds so much that you can't imagine the song without it.
Yeah.
Rather than just adding someone to it. So she really does feel like a huge part of the song. So when she came in, I was like, okay, this is now. I think that's probably what pushed it to the top of the list as far as first singles, because she really kind of made this a complete statement, which was great. And we love her. We love us some Lisa.
Yeah, I love that it's so big and so happy. It's such a happy song. It makes me feel like really happy to my core.
Yeah,
it's one of those. It gets into your bones.
Me too.
Yeah,
I
congrats
agree.
on that. We love it.
Thank you. Well,
Priceless.
Happy songs are good sometimes.
Yeah. Let's talk about the iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Let's.
Yes. So we just dropped the lineup, and of course, Maroon 5 is on it. You're no stranger to our festival. This
few
is
years.
one of the best lineups I think we've ever had.
Nice. I love that. I love being a part of that. That's
Yeah.
cool. It's been a while since we've done it. When was the last time we
I
did
think
it?
23. Was
Yeah.
it 2 years ago?
Was it only a couple years ago?
Yeah. 23? 2000. Wait, what?
No, it was a long time
Oh,
ago.
yeah.
Oh,
so it was like
13.
12 years ago.
I was like, I'm pretty sure it was like a million years ago. And by a million years ago, I mean 10 years ago. But yeah, no, we're super, super stoked to be doing it. And we will be there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so you heard Dawn Williams at the beginning when she talked to you about coming to Houston. I know that you've hinted at your tour.
Dawn, we are coming at least very close to where you are.
Okay.
And when we do, I hope we can get in touch with you to get you some tickets and get you out there.
Oh, that'd be
that'd
so
be awesome.
cool.
Yeah, it would.
Yay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then the album.
And then the album, tour album, it's all coming.
Okay, all at the same time?
No,
Mm-hmm.
we're doing an album. Am I allowed to say when the album comes? Oh no, they're not in here.
Yeah, they're over here.
They're in the corner.
In about a month.
Okay, in about a month. All
Yeah,
right.
and then tour in the fall.
All right. So we know Priceless, your first single with Lisa. Is the album kind of go along with that whole feeling?
Yeah, the album is songs that are kind of like Priceless a little bit, but the writing process was crazy. I did a lot of it's kind of a bit of a soul record, and kind of getting back to like what we were. It's definitely not a kind of a pop album.
Okay.
I think we did the pop music thing for so long,
Yeah.
like that. This was kind of the natural. It is a much more organic. Took a lot of old soul samples and wrote to that. Spliced those together and did this kind of weird Frankenstein kind of like soul, strange modern soul record for a lot of stuff. It's just different. It's not. It's definitely. There wasn't very much writing things down. There was just going in there and like making sense of it all and stream of consciousness. And I really wanted it to be like unwrapped and unpackaged and not super tight and perfect in any way. And I think. And very musical and organic. So yeah, it's definitely different.
And in about a month we get it. Thank you, Adam Levine. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having me.